What's going on, guys? It's Keaton with Hook'em Rolls. Welcome to another video. Today, a little under the weather. We did our first ever Tub Talk, actual legit series now. It's every Friday we're going to try. We're going to shoot for every other Friday to be on Instagram, so that way we can hopefully start growing the audience there as this Tub Talk series grows. But I'm under the weather. I'm a little sick. Don't know what I got. I really don't want to have to go to the freaking doctor's office and get a bunch of medication and stuff, so I'm trying to ride it out and trying to, just keep the electrolytes high and vitamin C high and all that good stuff. But anyway, today's little video, I guess little excerpt, is going to be me showing you guys another pairing. So let's go ahead and turn this camera around and get this going. I think in the second part of this video, I'm going to go ahead and update the wall right here, and I'm going to make this the Patreon video. I know you guys seem to really love the idea. I posted up on the community tab. Again, if you're not familiar, go on this channel's community tab. I post a lot of stuff there, a lot of stuff, like ideas to get your guys' opinion. We have a lot of interaction there. I post locks that I don't want to make videos on. All kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in keeping up with the channel and knowing more, I always post on there. So be sure to go check the community tab out. Matter of fact, you might as well just go ahead and turn on all your post notifications. It would mean a lot. That way you guys can stay tuned with the next video. Anyway, like I said, that is going to be what this video is about. But I'm gonna have to update the wall first. So we do have a pairing that I want to show you guys. So let's turn this camera down. The lesser clown right there, she started building follicles. She's been eating like a beast. As you guys know, this pastel clown right here, right there, we ended up locking the normal double het monsoon clown male to her in hopes of hitting some clown 50% het monsoon combos. And I think that's what I'm going to do with this girl as well, and that's what this pairing is. So we threw the normal double het monsoon clown in yesterday sometime. Honestly, kind of forgot about him in there. Have no doubt that he's probably still locked to her, but I wanted to show this off because our goal here, and a little bit of behind the scenes, you guys know, we picked up a really nice male in the DG clown space. So this right here is a inchy pinstripe red stripe desert ghost het clown. Didn't prove to be het pie, which kind of sucks, but again, this guy was from Canova. He's 650 grams, give or take. He's a beast. We picked him up, and the goal was initially to, take him to everything and produce some visual clown het DGs. But then, I guess, I don't know how you would say this. Before we picked up that male, we picked this guy up, and this guy is the pride and joy. So this right here is a spot nose yellow belly stranger. Het clown, 50% het monsoon. If you guys know anything about het monsoon markers, this guy's got a lot of them. And he's a beast. He's over 1,000 grams now. And if you guys know and you're familiar, hopefully that video is out. I'm going to hope so. Right now as I'm recording this, I have not uploaded that video. But you will see that he finally locked the super inchy clown right over here. Yep, this mama right here. He locked her for like 16 hours plus. So it was a great lock. And if you guys know, you've been following along with the channel, I've been struggling with him, getting him to consistently lock. We think he locked the inchy DG girl, but I wasn't 100% sure. They were kind of snuggled up here. They weren't really locked, or they were kind of snuggled. So I was hoping they were, but again, he didn't lock the next week over after I gave him his meals. So, I really wanted the stranger to take the clown females, is what I'm getting at. But I started doing some thinking. I was like, you know what? Instead of just producing a bunch of clowns, which, don't get me wrong, as of now, this guy is 50% het monsoon. So as of now, it's not really pushing another project. Now, when we get the stranger or the monsoon test, and he hopefully proves het monsoon, again, he's going to be the better option, 100%. But as of now, and as far as being a freaking beast goes, the normal double het, you see this tub open right here, that's his tub. The normal double het monsoon clown is the way to go. And, we're trying to push the projects right now. We're behind in the monsoon clown. We're behind in all that. We have a lot of het monsoon females, but we don't have a lot of double het females and things like that in that project. So the goal was to just pair all, all of our visual clown females, or most of them right now, to the normal double hit monsoon clown in hopes of producing a bunch of clown 50% hit monsoons. Obviously, you could probably tell, but even if you couldn't, hopefully by then, the monsoon test is out. And, I don't know, the goal would be to produce maybe 6 to 8 visual clowns that are 50% hit monsoon. That would be crazy, because even if 3 of those came back, all of a sudden, let's just say 2 of them are females, 1 of them is male, they're all holdbacks. I mean, all of a sudden we have a visual het to go into the holdback rack. So that's a little bit of insight of what this is real quick. Again, this isn't what this whole video is about, so I gotta quit talking. But let's see here. Lesser clown female. And they are locked up, as you can see right there. Big mama too. I'm gonna leave them be. She's a little skittish, but as you guys see, that is a visual lock. So very, very awesome there. We're gonna go ahead and cut this and turn on to the next part of this video, which is going to be Patreon memberships in the snake community, I guess you could say. What I think about them, I've joined 3 or 4 in the past 3 months, and I'm going to give you my 2 cents. I'm going to be honest, 100% transparent with you, because as you guys know, I personally want to start a Patreon for this channel within the next 5 to 6 months. And this was one of my goals, was to get into these Patreons and really deep dive into everything they do. That way I can give you guys the best possible experience, because I'm telling you guys, I can tell you right now, our Patreon, if you think some of these other ones are good, besides one that you're going to know who, you're going to find out our Patreon is going to be absolutely insane. But that being said, that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to cut this clip over. I'm going to go ahead and write down on the board. That way I can kind of show you guys while I'm talking, not just me talking the whole time. And I think this is going to benefit a lot of you guys. I know it benefited me joining these Patreon memberships before starting my own, because I would have never known these tips and tricks, or I would have never really known that some of this stuff is kind of almost a scam. That's just me personally. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. You do what you want with it, but we'll see you next clip. Peace. All right, guys, what's going on? Next clip over. So, Patreon memberships. I know you guys, like I said in the previous clip, you guys, I posted a post up on the community tab on this channel, and a lot of you guys took a lot of interest in wanting to know my opinion on the Patreon scene. Again, I haven't been in all of them. I don't claim to be in all of them. I'm in 5 of them right now. I've been in 2 other ones that I'm going to explain. I know there's probably 2 more that I would like to jump into at some point, just to try. I don't really think I'll be all that all that excited about them. Maybe one of them, I don't know, but we'll see. And I'll update this as we go. This is going to be a early 2024 video. Probably we'll do an update video at the end of 2024, showcasing where I'm at still in these Patreon memberships, because things are going to change. I mean, they've already changed for me in the first 2.5, 3 months. I was in another couple, like I said, and ended up jumping out of them because I didn't feel like they were worth it. Dropped down a few tiers in a few of them, and I'm going to explain why. So let's go ahead and turn this over. And this is basically what I'm in right now. So, excuse me, like I said, I'm under the weather, so you're going to have to bear with me. Patreon memberships, as you see: Canova, Mutation Creation, Blue Line Morphs, Royal Canadian Reptiles, RCR, Always Evolving Pythons. That's what I'm in right now. I just jumped in, so I'm going to start from the bottom. I just jumped in onto Always Evolving Pythons, Miguel, $25 a month tier. $25 a month, you can't beat it. I'm going to be honest. He posts a lot of snakes for sale. I'm gonna be brutally transparent with you guys on this. This is no personal feelings attached. I don't really care if I know these guys. If I don't, I'm gonna give you my honest, brutal opinion. You guys know that's what I pride myself on in this channel, is being completely honest and transparent with you guys. So, bottom tier, Always Evolving Pythons, as you see, $25 tier. It's okay. I'm going to be straight up honest. If you're not looking to buy animals, proven breeders or whatnot, 1,000% probably not worth it. Just my personal opinion. He doesn't really post a lot on there, from what I've seen. He's very vague on his posts. Doesn't have a lot of info on there. But I will say, if you're interested in the animals, because you guys know Miguel at Always Evolving has some really fire animals. In just the 1 month that I've been in it, he's already posted two very large groups of animals for sale. So that being said, if you're interested in copying some of his crazy heat that he always talks about on his videos, 100% it's worth it. But if you're just looking for solely information and things like that, it's probably not going to be worth your time as far as this Patreon tier. I know it's $25 a month, but again, $25 a month is $25 a month. That's money towards groceries if you don't want to spend it there. So that's my honest opinion. I probably will stay here just because of the animals. You guys know we're building the collection pretty heavily right now, and even if I will say the only downside to the animal side of the things with this always evolving Patreon is it goes so quick, because it's, in my personal opinion, $25 is too cheap. I would personally, if I were him, I would make a $50 to $60 tier in between his giveaway tier and this tier, and I would call it that. That way it could weed out some of the people who necessarily shouldn't be there. Shouldn't be there is a strong word, but it would help thin out the herd. Let's just say it that way. It would help thin the people out that aren't as serious. Because I did, the first time that he dropped snakes, I actually reached out to him. As soon as it dropped, I was pretty quick. And I will say his quote-unquote customer service to get back to me took a while. So even if I was first on the list, he would have never got me first. Somebody else would have taken the snake like he did. So I will say that kind of sucks about the situation. I get it, he's busy, whatever. But if you're going to post snakes up for sale and be first come first served basis, you can't not get the first person. Whether or not I was first or not, personally, I didn't get a good experience from it. But again, that was a lower end animal. I think that animal was worth like $1,000 or something. It was a Krypton combo female, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to add her to the collection just to take to the double het monsoon clown male, just to produce some more Kryptons, hopefully. So that being said, I give that rating, let's just say a 0 out of 100. I'm going to give it like a probably a straight flush 50 as far as being value goes. If you can get first dibs on some females and some males, obviously you're going to get your money's worth because it's a lot cheaper than what he's going to post on Morph Market. But again, it's all relative to how quick you are and how fast he responds to you. If you're not in tight with him, like I'm not tight with him, I don't know him, I don't message him, like that, the chances of me getting a snake first are probably pretty slim. That's just my personal opinion. All right, moving on. Royal Canadian Reptiles, RCR. You guys know, another OG in the game. He's in Canada. And, just OG. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I joined this first. This is my first ever Patreon I joined. I initially dropped out of it because I was like, you know what? He's not listing animals for sale, blah, 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 blah. It's nothing crazy. Sure enough, I start looking at all the stuff he posts. This guy right here, Will over at RCR, he puts his heart and soul into that Patreon tier, and as you guys know, that's his only Patreon tier. I don't agree with it. I think he should have more, definitely, because he could add a lot of value with his Patreon. Having some $50 to $100 tiers, but that's his baby. It's whatever he wants to do. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I 100%, if you're looking either to get into ball pythons or get into the reptile or the rodent breeding, like the ASF breeding, 100% get Royal Canadian Reptiles $25 a month Patreon tier. For $25 a month, you can't beat it. He's got a ton of information on there. I haven't seen any reptiles for sale, and that's what kind of bums me out. But then again, he is really, really quick to message. Like I messaged him on Instagram, like, hey man, I'm in your Patreon. Do you have anything for sale? And he sends me a list. So, I 100% like that. Let's just go back down. If I was to send Miguel a message and say, hey, look, what do you have available? I probably wouldn't get an answer. And if I did, it would probably be a delayed answer. Will was super, super upfront with me, told me what he had and whatnot. So out of a 0 to 100 score, I would probably give RCR's $25 a month tier 100 score out of 100, because let's be honest, $25 a month, you can't beat all the different information he has on there. He has tons of rodent breeding tips, tons of awesome information. For $25 a month, it's a no-brainer. So 100%, if you're looking to get into a Patreon membership that's going to get you going, Will at RCR Patreon, definitely 100% recommend. Moving on, Blue Line Morphs. Okay, so again, I don't know these guys personally. I don't know any of these guys personally. I don't, and I really don't care if I knew them personally or not. Again, this is 100% transparency from me to you. They're taking these creators, or you're paying these creators to create for you. If they're not creating for you, then why are you paying them? Moving on, Blue Line Morphs. As you guys know, the first video I made, I was in his $100 tier. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. The $100 tier was very, very underwhelming, to say the least. I thought I was at first, based on what he had on his Patreon listings, like what the tier offers, I thought I was in for a freaking awesome Patreon membership. Thought it was going to be amazing. Was very, very underwhelmed. Let's just put it that way. Again, I ended up dropping out in the first month because it was so bad. Literally the only thing that changed from this $25 tier that you see right here that I'm in and the $100 tier that I was paying, so $75 a month difference, was I got into a group message on iMessage. So I got in with 2 other people. There was a maximum of 3 people in the group. Or 4 people including me, so 3 other people. It was Blue Line and 2 other guys in that group, and then me. So maximum of 4 people in the group, and that was his 5-star chat. And to me, that's a red flag. When you join a creator that's got 10,000 plus subscribers, and for $100 a month, and he's only got 3 other people or 2 other people, not including him and I in that tier, 100%. Just immediately threw a red flag at me. I was like, I don't know. I was like, oh, you know what? Let's see. So I played out the rest of the month. Didn't get anything. Didn't get any sort of any more special treatment that you think you would get for a $100 tier. When you're spending $100 a month, that's most of everybody's subscriptions for all these streaming services combined is not more than $100 a month. So you got to look at it like that. So when you're looking at just $100 a month in the grand scheme of things, it may not seem like a lot, but when you're paying somebody $100 a month, you can do a lot with $100 a month. You can sign up for Hulu, Netflix, all those different streaming services. You can sign up for all those and have money to spare for groceries or whatever else you want to do. So again, I'm brutally honest. I didn't think the $100 tier was worth it at all. It was literally nothing new from the $25 tier, and that's why I dropped down. The only reason I'm still in this Patreon, I'm going to be straight up honest with you, the only reason I'm still here in that Patreon is because the $25 a month tier is better than the $100 a month tier, in my personal opinion. And on top of that, Charlie over at Gray Rider Reptiles, shedtesting.com, he gives out a discount in this group, so in this $25 a month group, if you're going to have a lot of shed testing. Charlie's great. I love Charlie. I don't know him personally, but we messaged him on Instagram. He's a great guy. Shedtesting.com, get all your needs for shed testing. Super, super cool. And that chat, so there's a special, I think it's a special ops tier is what the $25 a month is. And the chat is an Instagram chat, and it is 100% worth it. There's some really hard hitters in that chat that let go of some really awesome animals. And I didn't really get into Blue Line Morph's $100 tier or Patreon for his animals. I know he's got some cool stuff, but he really wasn't working what I'm working. He's not working Puzzle really. He's not working Monsoon really. Not working DG all that much that I see. He's got a lot of Clown Pie. He's got some Stranger stuff, but I've already got Stranger stuff here. I've already got Clown Pie stuff here. So I didn't really buy in to that tier, that $25 tier or the $100 tier for his animals. Now, of course, I would have used it, but none of the quote unquote perks were even there. Literally, the only thing that I noticed worth keeping in the $25 a month tier is because of that group chat, and it's not because of him. Again, I don't know the guy. This is a personal opinion. This is no strings attached personal opinion. Him and I may be best friends in 6 months' time. I can't tell you, but I'm just telling you right now. The only reason I'm saying that $25 a month tier is because of that special ops chat, and I would 100% recommend that chat because like I said, there's some heavy hitters in there. There's a lot of cool people in there. Again, that's the only reason I'm in there. Nothing else that I've seen has been worth my while at all. So if I'm being straight up honest with you and I'm giving you a score, transparency, 100%, a 0 out of 100 score, I'm probably giving it a 25% score for the 100% tier. Now, 20. Let's just be. I'm going to give it a 25% score on the $100 tier, and a 50 to 75% score for the $25 tier. So again, if you're looking to get into a Patreon and you just want a group setting, you want to bullshit with some guys and have some opportunities to get some really nice animals, and again, you get a shed testing discount, which makes it worth it, really, in my opinion. From Charlie over at shedtesting.com, jump into the $25 tier. I don't recommend the $100 tier. Again, I have no problem paying the money. If the quality is there, I have no problem paying the money. Personally, I didn't see the quality. So there you go. That's my score there. Moving up, mutation creation, Billy. Billy's been awesome. He's helped me out with a lot of things already. He was there. Kevin, kind of got me introduced into him when I first got into the Patreon stuff. And he got on the call with me, talked a bunch of stuff, was really awesome, that he took a little bit of time out of his day to talk to me. And then I jumped on his Patreon. As you guys know, I was in the $250 tier, the mentorship tier. Personally, I didn't think the mentor tier was worth it. Just my personal opinion, transparency. I didn't get really any other special treatment paying $150 more than this $100 tier. I know it says on there that eventually you will get access to breeder loans and whatnot, but I mean, let's be honest. The chances here, the animal that I'm going to want as a breeding loan is going to be something crazy, like a freaking monsoon clown or a monsoon het clown or a clown het monsoon, something crazy that would push our projects. And the chances of him sending an animal like that down, it's his pride and joy sending it down to me to breed to my females is probably pretty slim. So I looked at it like I did an executive decision type thing. I was like, the chances of him sending down a $30,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 animal to breed to my collection is pretty slim. So why am I paying $150 a month extra for that? And I know he talked about on there on that tier that you would get a line of credit, but I'm pretty sure the $100 a month tier also has a line of credit. I know he talked about it as well. So personally, I really didn't see much difference at all staying in the $250 tier. I didn't get any sort of special treatment. All the different chat groups on all the apps, Patreon, Instagram, you name it, it's all bundled in with the top two tiers. So you're not getting any special treatment, which again, if you're at $150, okay, cool, but $250, so $150 more than what I'm paying now, to get no special treatment at all, no more insights than the $100 tier is getting. I didn't see it was worth it. That's me personally, so I dropped out of it. I will stay in the $100 a month tier for now. I like Billy, I really do. I'm just not much of I know he gets on and does a lot of content. I know he grinds. Let's just put it that way. He's a very, very good guy, it seems like. I don't know if I'll stick in the $100 tier or not. For now I am. Probably for the next 3 to 4 months, I'm going to see how it goes. I really would like to visit Mutation Creation in Canada and just kind of get to, hear it from him and see his operation. And I think that if I got to do that, it would probably be it'd probably be worth me staying in the tier because, I know he's got some heat there, but I don't know. I don't really watch a ton of his lives that he gets on all the time. I'm not a guy that's going to sit in front of a TV and watch for 3 hours people talk about snakes. I just can't do it. I can sit and watch for an hour, but most of the stuff that he hops on, it's pretty long. And a lot of it, he's answering a question, which is awesome, but I just personally can't get involved more than an hour long, really. I kind of get bored. But anyway, I'm in the $100 a month tier. If I'm giving you a score from 0 out of 100 for the $250 tier, I would probably give you like a 25 to 30 out of 100. So to me, it wasn't worth it. That's why I dropped out. If I was to give you a 0 out of 100 score for the $100 a month tier I'm in now, I would give you probably about a 70. There's a lot of information. He's really, really upfront. I will say the only negative that I've had so far is I reached out to him personally on his cell phone because he gives you your number. It gives him, he gives you his number when you get into the top tiers, which obviously, probably should. And I reached out and I made, quote unquote, a breeding list, like, basically of what I had going this season. And I really did need, and I still really do need some help with a few males because, up until a couple days ago, that stranger did not lock. So I was thinking of taking that normal double het monsoon clown to a lot of the females and just producing pos hets, producing hopefully visual clown pos hets, and then moving that way. And I sent him a list and, I emailed it to him as well. I said, hey man, I really need some help. I need a little bit of your time. Never heard back from him. Again, I know he's busy, but if you're going to offer it, in my personal opinion, you need to own up to your word and you need to do it. I'm not saying he intentionally did not get back to me. That's just my personal experience. One-on-one experience. I didn't get that one-on-one treatment like I thought I was for the $100 a month tier. Again, whatever the reason is, I don't know. That's just me being transparent with you. Paying $100 a month, even if it's a week later, cool. But it's been like 3 weeks, almost a month now, and I have not heard back from him. So that's just me. It's my personal experience. Again, right now I'm staying in the $100 a month tier. But again, I don't know what the future holds. It's not one of the ones that I'm 100% sold on that I'm going to stay in. So again, I gave you the scores. Take what you want out of it, and move on. Next up, Canova. You guys know Justin, Canova, JKR, big man, whatever you want to call it. $150 a month. So I literally joined his $100 a month tier a day before his $150 a month tier came out. And Kevin reached out to me. He's like, hey, look, he's getting a new tier. You want to join? There was only 25 spots. So it was really cool that it's actually limited. I will say that, because none of these other ones are limited that I know of. So I joined the $150 a month platinum tier, 25 people max. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's been awesome. 100% awesome. If there was one out of this entire row besides RCRs that is a no-brainer at $25 a month, for $150 a month at that price point, I will pay that forever. And I will jump into another tier. Let's just say another year goes by and they do a $200 tier. I will jump into that $200 tier. That's just me. It's been worth it, 100% hands down. I just can't. You guys can go look at, again, you're probably not gonna be the join because there's only 25 people. I know there's a waiting list. Excuse me. There's a waiting list. I had to camp out, and at 8 o'clock when it opened, I joined, and I was the first one, I think, but it closed within like 15 minutes. That just goes to prove how many people wanted to get into his tier. And if that many people are wanting to get into your tier, then you must be doing something right. Again, $150 a month would pay it without remorse. Every month I will pay it. I don't care. Even if I have to drop all these other ones and keep Canova, I will pay $150 a month. Like, so if it came down to it and I was making no money, and all I had was $150, and I had to drop some Patreon tiers, I would 100% drop from there down. None of these would be here. The only Patreon membership I'd be paying would be that Canova. It's just personally how I think about it. It's super, super hands-on. Summer gives you her number. Summer, shout out Summer. She's been so freaking helpful. You can text her anytime, within reason, obviously, and she'll help you out as much as she can. I'm actually going to be texting her after this about a snake that I was curious about, yellow belly, because I didn't want to bug Justin, because I know Justin's busy. But again, Justin, literally, I was in the tier for a week. Justin hopped on a one-on-one call with me about an animal and sat there and talked breeding plans for me for 15 minutes straight. That to me was worth it, because I got to talk to him, and he actually talked to me about my breeding plans. First weekend, no, hey, or how long you been in the membership, or how much have you paid? None of that. And before that, I've only bought one snake from him. Now I bought 3. That just goes to prove how awesome the experience was. So again, 100% recommend Canova. All sorts of reasons. I could talk about this for another 15 minutes, but I don't want to make this video crazy long, even though it's already going to be a 30-minute video. But you guys wanted this, so I'm giving you 100% of the information, being 100% transparent. So, don't come at me. Like I said, this is me giving you my opinion. You can take your own opinion. You can love all these creators and stay in all their top tiers if you want to. I don't care. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. And Canova, out of 100, top tier, I've only been in the top tier, would be 100. I'm going to be straight up, because he does a free snake giveaway. I know it's on the $100 tier as well. And eventually I'm sure he'll probably make the $150 tier even better. But as of now, you do a weekly Friday giveaway where if you're the first one to comment, there's like 3 snakes, you win one. All you do is pay shipping. That's freaking awesome. Some of the snakes on there are worth a couple grand. Again, tons and tons of videos, Canova University, all kinds of cool shit. You get to go, once a year. We haven't come up with a date yet, but you get to go to the Canova facility, and just for the platinum tier, you guys are familiar if you're a snake guy, he does the open house for the $100 tier, and there's a lot of people there. There's like 100 plus people, and then I think you get to bring one extra person. For the platinum tier, it's only going to be 25 people, and I think it's in May, so it's coming up soon. And you guys know I'm going to be recording that shit. 100%. But anyway, I couldn't go on and on about Canova stuff. Canova team, it's amazing. So this is what I'm in right here, as you guys see. There's a few more that I want to jump into, that I will add on as we go, and I'll kind of get update you guys in the community tab or in a video. But as of now, these are the ones I'm in. You heard my scores. You can go back and watch the video if you want to watch more. Again, I don't want to make this too long, even though I tried to pack a lot of information in this video. So That being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. The support is unmatched. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was me being transparent. This is me being honest. This is me giving my personal opinion. I don't know any of these people personally. I've never met any of these people personally. Never in my life have I shook hands with any of these people. So this is just me giving you a brutally honest review of money to perks spent, I guess you could say. So you spend money and you get perks. That's what I did this review over. And again, I could be best friends with some of these guys in a year, and I could, you know, that just is what it is. But I'm just telling you, if I'm spending my money, that's my personal opinion. So again, guys, I know this is a long video. For you guys who stayed around to the end, shout out to you. You guys are the OG supporters, and lots of videos to come, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.